Hello, Collective. It's Brandon Curtis at Entpgathering, Science and Spirituality meeting with a Angels and Demons in Your Houses reading. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for all the likes, your shares, your subscribes. As Entpgathering grows, we are coming together. There's some amazing people that have dropped some comments recently that I am just enamored of and with. Lots of love in the collective. And this after almost 3 weeks of kind of limited readings that I've been doing. I'm back with a healthy, positive vengeance to get more messages out to you. And today we're going to concentrate on each of your houses, and we'll find out what's going on within them as a chosen one, as a light worker, as an earth angel, or just as a child of God, a being of light. You know that there is dark and light in each of us. And there are angels and demons in each of our houses. As an astrotheologian, I firmly believe this. And I've worked really hard at dancing with those demons in order to learn their tricks. And from that experience, gained so much knowledge. The moon on the bottom of the occult tarot. I'm using the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot, both by Travis McHenry. And so to continue what I was saying, finding a balance and of the dark and the light in all of us, and allowing the light to shine from within us and overtake those darker vibrations, lower vibrations that we are challenged with in life from a very early age, especially if you're chosen. If you're one of the 144,000, you've had a really rough life. And so we're going to tap into each of your houses as they are now. Not all of the messages will resonate with you. This is a general collective reading, specific for chosen ones, light workers, earth angels. Yes. But again, it's general collective. The only way to truly get an understanding of your, all 12 of your houses is to book a reader like myself who specializes in astrotheology, who firmly believes in angels and demons, and who has done a lot of work at mastering each of their houses as best they can, and understands that it's, becoming a master or an earth angel, you are perpetually learning. You are the student and the master at the same time. 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. All right, so without further ado, now that I've shuffled, in the first house, angel, you have Two of Wands, Aries energy, the helping God here. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. And demon energy is death. So in your first house, which is Aries energy, Mars energy of the self, you've got Aries energy. You've got Mars energy in there. And what has taken place, and it's interesting too, because the death card here, Lucifer, bringer of light, fallen angel, the one that Archangel Michael said, nah, get the F out of here, is also ruled by Mars. This is scorpionic energy, provides liberation and illumination, incites jealousy and envy. So in your first house of self, you've effectively defeated, killed off any jealousy and envy that has emanated within you, or that Lucifer was bringing into your life, into your person, into yourself. And you have replaced the jealousy and envy with love and wisdom and victory over those who would attack you. And once victory was achieved over Lucifer by you setting healthy boundaries with the help of God, you effectively make those demons your bitches. And in this case, you've got the main bitch, the main bee, Lucifer, who's providing liberation and illumination with you. It's said that Satanists and Luciferians who practice magic in the 3D reality in which we live, they don't find a healthy balance. Lucifer tricks them by giving them the feeling that they are truly liberated through quote unquote knowledge, right, and illumination. Luciferian is light. Lucifer was God's Archangel Michael, so to speak, was the closest to God at the time, but through hubris, through pride, wanted to ascend even higher. And you can't. He was already at a place where he had all the light he ever needed, because there was no closer angel to God than he was. Yet he wanted more. He wanted more liberation. He wanted to be liberated from being so close to God, effectively wanting to become his own God. So what did God do? Well, he gave Lucifer his own throne and left and banished him from heaven, created the underworld or hell, or a place where he could rule over a third of the angels. A third of the angels went with him after Archangel Michael defeated him. And this being in your first house, Aries energy, Mars energy, this is masculine fire energy. Whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. You are a light worker. So you have effectively protected yourself with Mars energy. It's like you've taken the energy of Lucifer that they use to manipulate the masses, and once used to manipulate you before you spiritually awakened, and turned it against them, and making that be your bitch, right? All right, in the second house, this is of the senses. This is Venus energy, Taurus energy. Currently, Venus is in the sign of Taurus, so let's find out what's going on. Nine of Swords, the comforting God. Yeah, I mean, well, what do the five senses do but comfort us? Purification, protection from the impious, period, religious sentiments. Interesting. Nine of Swords is taking responsibility for your thoughts. This is air energy, Gemini energy. Let's find out what demon. Six of Swords. Interesting. Nine of Swords and Six of Swords. Lots of swords. That's 15 swords. That's devil energy. That's Lucifer energy. Six of Swords is moving away from Nine of Swords energy, which can be, nightmares, anxiety, fear, procrastination, feeling stuck, feeling uncomfortable. Here, your angels are bringing comfort and purification of these mental thoughts. And because you've defeated Lucifer here in the house, the first house of the self, well in control of your own Mars energy and taking action, this demon here in the second house, the one of your senses, is moving you away from this Nine of Swords energy. So you go from 9 to 6. 9 and 6 and 3 are numbers of creation. 2, 4, and 8 are numbers of manifestation. And 1, 5, 7 are numbers of the mind. Travels the world over in an instant and brings anything anywhere, gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures, willing to do anything one commands. Six of Swords. This is, you, rather than communing in this anxiety and this fear, Nine of Swords energy, of which, Hariel is giving you comfort in that area, effectively allowing you to be moved away, well understanding your own darker energies of the higher self that have come out of these Nine of Swords energy. You see one of the angels is actually blindfolded and looks to be being reprimanded and or spanked here. So maybe there was some self-persecution. I mean, Nine of Swords is very much about that. 9 is a number of the self. And maybe your thoughts weren't in your second house of the senses. Yeah, maybe there was an inundation of just a lot of air energy that you were receiving through your eyes, what you were witnessing. And effectively, what the angels did is closed or covered your 3D eyes, your two that you use actually to, sense sight through, and are asking you to open up your third eye or view the situation, your situation of your second house. This is abundance, this is resources, this is actual money, through the lens of a Six of Swords. This is of the higher mind. This is allowing your higher mind, even your angels, to 6 is a number of karma as well. To really move away out of this Nine of Swords energy into a place of harmony, of love. 6 is a number of love as well. 6 is a number of the torso and the heart. Because you have 2 legs, 2 arms, which represent the body, the physical vessel. You add 5, which is adding the head. This is ego, this is thought, this is air energy, and the only place that the devil can really get to us, and can easily get into our body, into our vessel, through our head, through our ego, through our thoughts, through air energy. And 6 is adding the torso, adding the heart. And below the heart, the spleen. This is actually the seat of our anxiety and our fears. It's not in our heart that we feel it. We only feel it in our heart space and mistake it for fear of being, not having courage in our heart space and through our heart chakra, because the spleen is so close to the heart. But it's actually the spleen that is creating vibrations of fear, doubt, procrastination, anxiety that vibrate enough into the heart space that we actually believe through our head, through air energy, that we're cowards, that we're not fortified, that we don't have love because it's been replaced with fear. 6 is a number of using the air energy of the heart, of the torso, to easily discern fear and learn how to keep that heart chakra open. And when we do that, we bring in abundance. That's why 9 and 6, which are numbers of creation, are in your second house. It's like a removal of negative, darker energies that you're picking up on through your senses, and really concentrating on that heart chakra, on love. And being able to feel that, this fear isn't actually in my heart. I'm not a being that feels fear or generates fear from my heart space. No, it's actually coming from something a little bit lower than the heart. So there's no need to self-persecute or get down on yourself because your senses have fooled you in the past to believe through your ego that you were in a state of anxiety or danger or fear. And that can creep into your heart chakra and completely change your ability to manifest abundance in your life. It's all manipulation by the devil or Lucifer. Because again, Lucifer can only get to you through your ego, through your head, through your thinking, through air energy. And because air energy is swords energy, air energy is the energy of, the elemental energy of your heart chakra. That's why we mistake our thoughts for feeling. Or we mistake thoughts, illumination and liberation coming from Lucifer, knowledge and wisdom, for love, when love is love. And the whole universe is love. But in order to realize that love, live in that love, there must be some amount of the universe that is opposite love, which is not hate. Hate is just a very, very low vibing, a low vibing form of love. That's what fear is, or hate. The opposite of love is fear. And again, fear comes through our brain, through our ego, through our thinking, through swords energy. And we take that on that air energy into our heart space through the spleen. That's how Lucifer gets into our thoughts and into our heart. All right, third house, Gemini. This is of thoughts, communication, intellect. Also the house of siblings. The angel at, I love this, the third card of the major arcana, the Empress. Fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. God, Father, the generous in your third house. Yeah, setting up healthy boundaries in yourself, moving away from negative sensory intake has cleared away any negativity. So yeah, you go from 9, 6, 3. So 9 of swords to 6 of swords to the third card of the major arcana in the third house of Gemini, the Empress. Empress is the archetype of a creative mother figure, very nurturing. And we see here in this card, Kundalini activation. First 3 houses can also be said to be the first 3 chakras: root, sacral, and solar plexus. So collective, you moved into Empress energy in the third house. Maybe you've recently gone through a Kundalini awakening. Fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. King of Swords reveals knowledge of forthcoming battles and procures the favor of lords and kings. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. Empress is Venusian energy. And I mentioned, Venus moving into the sign of Taurus, second house, where you have the 9 and 6 of swords. Now you are, with this Empress energy, calling in a King of Swords, which is my narcissist card, but is also, a court card of a person of authority. This could be a judge, a lawyer, a person of the law, or it could be, the Empress being that motherly figure, that very fertile, fruitful female figure. A lot of alliteration there. You're calling in a King of Swords. Assures peace between married couples. Maybe some of you are going through a divorce, or you're coming together after a divorce, after a separation. Maybe even remarriage, I've just heard, for getting remarried to someone that you had previously divorced, that you had to separate from because they were toxic, or you together in the state that you were in while you were together were not a good pairing. Whoever this King of Swords is, it's coming in to give you, Empress, into your mind space. I'm also getting, okay. So third house, Gemini, this is thoughts, communication, intellect, and also, the right and left hemispheres of the brain, with the left brain being masculine and the right brain being feminine, where the left side of the body is feminine and the right side of the body is masculine. Empress in the third house, fertility and fruitfulness, assures peace between married couples. You are effectively using your masculine thinking. So left brain activity, logical, mixed with your right brain, which is very creative, being the Empress. I'm picking up Queen of Swords energy as well. All right, so there could be an actual physical King of Swords coming into your life that's going to provide knowledge of forthcoming battles. So again, this could be a lawyer, an attorney, a person of the law, who is going to argue on your behalf and keep you protected. Or this is you, Empress, using that masculine side of the brain to argue and protect against forthcoming battles for yourself. Fourth house, Cancer, ruled by the moon. Feminine nature. It's of children and the home and the emotional home that we all must learn to master. It being the fourth house, you have Six of Pentacles, divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus, so more Taurus energy. Six of Pentacles is a card of reciprocity, of give and take. It also can be, in the negative, one of exploitation, where you're being manipulated, or someone above you is doling out or keeping you in a state of lack or poverty. Let's find out what darker energy. Page of Wands gives answers concerning past, present, and future, can make one invisible. So your angels are bringing into your fourth house a balance of earth energy, of Venusian energy, of Taurus energy, fixed earth energy, of finances. We got Six of Swords, higher self, Aquarius energy in the second house, ruled by Taurus. And in the fourth house, we have Six of Pentacles. and the Page of Wands. So incoming communication. It's going to give you answers concerning the past, present, and future. Can make one invisible. Concerning the past, it's going to be about this relationship that was out of balance. That your angels, with the Six of Pentacles, the favorable God, divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. For some of you in your fourth house, like your heart was heavy with guilt over past relationships that were not an even give and take, where you were being exploited. Or, in the process, you could have, in the past, exploited others. As a chosen one, as a Lightworker, as a Starseed, Earth Angel, before you had your spiritual awakening, before you understood yourself to be those that I've mentioned, sure, you're in karmic relationships. So, there were times where you were the person who was exploiting what you could. But hey, we're all just trying to get by, right? At that time, certainly. But not anymore. I see you, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, taking responsibility for your thoughts, for your actions. And the angels here in the fourth house are really fortifying and bringing a balance to your sense of abundance in your place in the world. Your true giving nature is very clear here in your fourth house. But I foresee not only you communicating this to people in your life, but also people coming back to you that maybe you were involved in exploiting or who exploited you. And they're going to come back with information concerning the past, the present, and also the future that is going to absolve you of any feelings of guilt for past actions. Because you're an Earth Angel. You're a chosen one. So I see karmics returning to you. Or information coming your way about the karmic relationships that you've had in the past. No need to feel guilty, Earth Angel, about that one. Yeah, that's over. There's been a death to those relationships. All right, in the fifth house of the ego, Leo energy, we have Page of Cups. God who rejoices, divine comfort, gives consolation, protection from one's enemies. So you're well protected. Page of Wands is going to bring in information into your heart space, into Cancerian energy, fourth house energy. And Page of Cups is going to bring you, the Ace of Cups is kind of like the Holy Grail. This angel is bringing you that Ace of Cups from which you can drink, giving you divine comfort, giving you consolation and protection from your enemies. The darker energy, the Hanged Man, Bifrons, teaches natural and planetary sciences, lights corpse lights above graves, and moves bodies so the souls may be stolen. Hanged Man is selflessness. It's also sacrificing yourself or being sacrificed in the past. Maybe from this Luciferian, from these Satanists that were attacking your first house energy of the self that you had to place boundaries against or with. Sacrifice is real, especially in the entertainment industry. But just generally speaking, we sacrifice family members. At least karmics do. And there's no greater target for sacrificing than a chosen one, than a light worker, than an earth angel. That is, before we awakened, before we came into our power and knowing that we are one of the 144,000. yeah, all these karmic relationships came to us and attempted to sacrifice us. But in the fifth house of passion, creativity, of sexuality, masculine fire energy of the sun, it's also a house of what we entertain. Here I see you're entertaining and or drinking from the Holy Grail. You've gained enlightenment. And you're now in a place of selflessness. So there is no ego. You've effectively sacrificed that egoic nature that is associated with Lucifer in the first house. Ego. That's what Lightworkers do. We can move beyond ego into a place of divine light and love and understanding. All right, sixth house, Virgo. This is where the emotions and thoughts all come together and get grounded in the body. This is routine. Virgo is the virgin, the perfectionist. It's mutable earth energy. Knight of Cups. Perception and revelation, discovers hidden treasure, reveals secrets of nature. The revealing God. And the darker energy in the sixth house of Virgo, Four of Pentacles, tempts thieves to steal, serves as an excellent familiar. This Knight of Cups energy in the sixth house. So we go from Page of Cups in the fifth house, Page of Wands in the fourth house, to Knight of Cups in the sixth house. And Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Cardinal earth energy, Four of Pentacles. Four is a number of foundations. So this Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Wands energy is being collected and transmuted in the sixth house of Virgo. So I foresee this Knight of Cups bringing a new health to you that is stronger than a Page of Cups, and it's going to be actionable, meaning being the Virgo sixth house energy. This could be in the workplace. This could be in your daily routines. This is you eating healthier and really fortifying and changing your nutritional intake, and building up the body. I foresee many of you going to the gym on a regular basis, getting into a daily routine, making sure that you're getting plenty of sleep every single day. This is going to bring you a lot of health, Knight of Cups, and really fortify, restructure, reprogram the physical vessel, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. This lion man with a scorpionic tail. I don't know what the heck this is, this demon. But it's looking strong. Transmuting those darker energies for your highest good. All right, seventh house, one of relationships, ruled by Libra. We got Nine of Wands, God the impenetrable secret, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. Knight of Wands is the wounded warrior, Sagittarius energy in the seventh house. This has to do with you being an example. You dealing with a lot of relationship issues, right? Having set healthy boundaries in your first house, not only with Lucifer, but with yourself, so that any new relationships that come into you. See, first house is opposite the seventh house. That's Aries opposite Libra. You've done many battles, spiritual battles, Nine of Wands energy, and you've come out the victor. And in the process, you have set an example of how to cure these illnesses with universal medicine that the Nine of Wands, Hahasya, is bringing you, this angel. It's elevating the soul, Sagittarius energy, the ninth house energy. You are an example to all of your friends and your families, and even your enemies, of how to transmute the conflict that they brought you, or that you were in with these karmic souls, karmic family, past life karmic relationships. All right, the darker energy, Seven of Wands. Look at that. This is Leo energy, causes murder and bloodshed, tells of things to come, causes the love of friends or enemies, can make one invisible in your seventh house. Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands. It's a spiritual protection. In your fifth house, you have the Hanged Man and the Page of Cups. Here in the seventh house, Seven of Wands is causing murder and bloodshed to your enemies in your seventh house. And it's telling them of things to come, should they continue in that same sort of relationship. They have a choice. Everybody has free will. Your Nine of Wands energy of being indestructible, effectively, by your seventh house enemies or karmic relationships. Everybody has free will. They can turn their cheek. They can stop sending off negative energy. And this is going to cause love of friends and your enemies, or your enemies. Effectively making you invisible so that they can't further or decide in the future to start up their fuckery again and come back to attack you. And nobody would, really, because you're Nine of Wands. You're indestructible. Any sort of attack that you've received, chosen one, you've healed on your own. All right, eighth house, ruled by Scorpio. The planet Pluto and Mars. This is sex, death, and transformation, and other people's money. Opposite second house, the angel we have is the Emperor. Political authority, gives safe travel and protects against conspiracies. The darker energy is the Moon. Makes manifest the apparitions of demons, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. The Emperor is Aries energy, Mars energy. In the eighth house, Scorpio is ruled by Mars. We have two major arcana in the eighth house, the Emperor and the Moon. The Moon brings illusion. Beelzebub creates illusion and sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. But you have Emperor energy with you, having defeated the Lucifer in your first house. What was once illusion to you or a vice, you're no longer dealing with. You are your own emperor in the eighth house. This is a house of intimacy and mystery, yes. But it's like fiery phoenix energy. And you have mastered that energy. Having set Emperor energy in the first house with Two of Wands, defeating death, Lucifer, Scorpionic energy. It's like you have the Death card, which is Scorpio, in the first house with Two of Wands, Aries, in the first house, ruled by Aries, ruled by Mars. And in the 8th house, ruled by Scorpio, you have Emperor, Aries, Mars energy. You also have the moon, which is 4th house energy of Cancer. Very powerful transmutation going on. In the 9th house, Sagittarius, and the last of the personal houses, we have the Hermit, the 9th card of the major arcana, Virgo energy, alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress in the 9th house. And 9 of Swords, again, for the second time, causes great battles and wars, causes wounds to putrefy. We're at the 9th house, 9 of Swords, and the Hermit, both 9s. This is a number of the self, it's a number of creation, but a finality in the creation of the self. And it being in the last of your personal houses, this is great strength, this is great alchemy, where you've used 9 of Swords energy, taking responsibility for your thoughts and even your spell work. The words that you speak, causing great battles and wars. You have been able to choose your battles wisely, causing wounds to your enemies, all through positive understanding your self-limiting beliefs has effectively, and taking responsibility for them, for your thoughts, has created a kind of magic that has defeated your enemies that are afar, because you've gone in with Hermit energy. You haven't actively engaged in warring with your enemies, because you understand that even your enemies are parts of you, darker parts of you, because we're all one. We're all dark and light. It's just that sometimes, or some people, karmic or otherwise, that darker energy takes over their person. And they start encroaching on people's boundaries. Death card. Really living in moon and death energy of Scorpio and Cancer. Water energy, manipulation of emotions. But you've gone in your 9th house, here with the Hermit card, major arcana, Virgo energy. This is where emotions and thought are rooted in the body. In the 6th house, we had Knight of Cups and 4 of Pentacles, a fortification of your earthly body. Wow, this is very powerful. Okay, in the remaining 3 houses, 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, we're going to look at, these are collective houses. These are, and 10th house is Capricorn, opposite 4th house of Cancer. We have High Priestess. This is the subconscious. You're seen, having done all this work, having hermited yourself, defeated illusion with the Moon card and Beelzebub, becoming your own emperor, defeating death, gaining enlightenment with Hanged Man energy. You have effectively become not only a success and protected yourself from attacks from magistrates. You've effectively become an explorer of the subconscious. Hermit, Hanged Man, death energy, moon energy, and come out the emperor in the process. And people are seeing you as the High Priestess, somebody who doesn't speak much, because they spend so much time, highly, highly intuitive. I mean, everybody goes to a high priest or a high priestess in their life for knowledge, for understanding, for emotional healing, for spiritual healing and support, because they are incredibly intuitive, because they are masters of subconscious exploration or exploration of their own subconscious. And as a result, because they understand that everybody is a reflection of everybody else, and that we are all one, we as high priests and high priestesses can look into others and see their subconscious, see things, feel things that they cannot, because they lie dormant in the subconscious. And Seven of Cups, Scorpionic energy, and the card of illusion and self-deception. Makes one cunning in liberal sciences, gives true answers on divine and secret things, able to turn others into different forms and convince them that the change is real. This is what a high priestess does. In your 10th house, this is the house of Capricorn. This is the house of the material world. This is where your authority in the 3D world manifests. This is how people see you in the world. And it's your place in the world as a high priest, as a high priestess. This is what we have available to us when we are chosen, when we are earth angels and light workers. In the 11th house of the collective of friends, of humanitarianism and philanthropy, and the internet, and the planet Uranus ruling, and also the planet Saturn, which rules Capricorn and Aquarius, we have judgment. Pluto, the planet Pluto, more scorpionic energy. Atonement of errors destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. Judgment day, judging the collective conscience, and the collective unconscious is at play, the planet Pluto. The United States is going through a Pluto return right now. This is where major restructuring of the systems of the collective. Darker energy is justice, judgment and justice. You cannot make this up in the 11th house. Tell how the angels fell, reveals the past, present, and future, teaches the liberal sciences. Need I say more? In the 11th house, judgment and justice is being served. Word about justice is, it's not always a tangible, physical thing that comes to you through justice. Justice being served, you may not be served with anything tangible, but what the angels bring to you, chosen one, is justice by bringing you knowledge and understanding and truth. And that in itself is worth its weight in gold. All right, finally, in the 12th house, the house of endings, the house of Pisces, ruled by Neptune, we have Seven of Cups, the second time it's appeared. We saw it for the first time in the 10th house, ruled by Capricorn. The public house. Contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Following judgment and justice. And these being collective houses. Seven of Cups twice. We got High Priestess, Judgment, Justice, and the Seven of Cups twice in the collective houses, 10, 11, and 12. darker energy, Queen of Pentacles. Makes one wise and teaches everything, can turn any metal into gold, transmutates water into wine. Seven of Cups. Water into wine. Queen of Pentacles. We have contemplation, Seven of Cups, in the 12th house of endings, of Piscean, mutable water energy, and Queen of Pentacles, makes one wise and teaches everything. So it's this inner contemplation about, your Seven of Cups of illusion, Moon card, and this Luciferian death energy, also scorpionic, reveals the truth through justice and judgment. Seven of Cups in your 10th house made you cunning in liberal sciences, gave you true answers on divine and secret things, and was able to turn others into different forms and convince them that the change is real. In that, I with High Priestess behind the Seven of Cups in the 10th house, that's you showing people their true nature and busting them effectively out of matrix thinking, feeling, seeing, that actually convinced them that they were what they were, that was their true nature. But the High Priestess revealed to them that there was so much more than the energy that they were embodying. That, let's say they were in dark energy, your enemies coming against you, they were in and generating a state of illusion, really fortifying. It's like taking the blue pill over and over again, and living this 3D life that created and kept them in illusion, that kept them in the matrix. You revealed to them the true nature of that energy. Judgment, justice. And made them start thinking and reviewing the illusion that they were once in. Revealing to them the pathway to undertake subconscious exploration, High Priestess energy. And then the House of Endings, you have Seven of Cups, Scorpionic energy, and Queen of Pentacles, Taurus energy. These are opposite signs, Taurus and Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles is also Capricorn and Virgo energy, which we see play or figure significantly with the Hermit card in the 9th house. And in the 10th house, we have Seven of Cups again, and High Priestess energy, which is the moon, or it's Neptune, which rules the 12th house. So a lot of subconscious exploration has brought your enemies out of the matrix enough to see what parts they played in coming up against you, of living in this Luciferian energy, this moon energy, bringing Seven of Wands energy here in the 7th house of your relationships, battling against you, causing murder and bloodshed. You transmuted that energy in your own 7th house with Nine of Wands energy and Seven of Wands energy, Sagittarius and Leo energy. Mutable fire energy, very philosophical, high-minded. It's about learning and teaching. It's about spirituality. It's about religion. Mixed with fixed fire of Leo, Seven of Wands, becoming very, very strong against these offensive attacks from these enemies, open enemies. 12th house would indicate hidden enemies. All right. As I said, Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, God, the Savior, rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. Aries energy. And Ten of Swords, builds houses and high towers, destroys an enemy's thoughts and desires and all they have built, gives good familiars. Gemini energy. Third house energy, King of Swords. And you have Ten of Swords. The Empress, Ten of Swords. All right, I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope you receive confirmation and a better understanding of what you've been through in this spiritual warfare that you have been undertaken. You've effectively built very strong boundaries against not only Lucifer and deception of the moon, Beelzebub, but you've called in judgment and justice is on your side. Having gone through Hanged Man energy, Hermit energy, High Priestess energy, subconscious exploration, you've manifested fertility and abundance in your life in the Empress and the Emperor. I just realized that. Third house and eighth house. You have the Empress and the Emperor. So for some of you, I foresee, Light One, Chosen One, Earth Angel, you are calling in your Emperor or Empress. Take what resonates through this work. This is amazing. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not surprising. This is what's going on. It's been a long time coming. You've had a battle against Lucifer himself and Beelzebub. Come on. This is your reward. This is your justice. You are a high priest. You are a high priestess. You are an emperor. You are an empress. And a lot of people, a lot of pages, a lot of knights have come up against you to keep you down. But you have, as is foretold, you have created a place where you can call judgment on your enemies and bring justice into the lives of not only your enemies, but those around you whom your enemies clouded their judgment of, warping their perception of you, collective. Everybody's seeing you as the wounded warrior, but everybody's seeing you now as the hermit, as the hanged man, as the high priestess, as justice personified, as the empress, as the emperor, as Queen of Pentacles. All right. Thank you for this reading. Thank you for the time. I'd appreciate a like. If you want a personal reading, I am accepting bookings right now. You can find and book me on my website, Entpgathering.com. I'm running a solar cycle special, Piscean edition, 33 minutes for only $33. And you're going to get a 17 card read. That's 7 cards looking at the energies in each of your chakras, and then a 10 card spread. And with the time remaining, unlimited questions. So we can all pull clarifiers for the 10 card spread or the 7 cards of the chakras. Or, if you want a different spread, or you've watched my channel and there's a particular deck that you like for me to use, just put that in your request when you book me. And if this is where I leave you for now, I hope to see you in the next reading, and namaste.